Welcome to Feed Dump, where this week we are all anime genres. I am cyberpunk dystopia. Wait a second, Ian, is that still a popular genre of anime?
Not at the moment, but it was back when Ghost in the Shell was on.
Yeah, bring back Ghost in the Shell. Joining me this week is, what's Surge again?
I don't know.
I'm Shonen. I'm a young boy and I'm trying to get to nationals.
And what are you, Ian?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Son of a bitch!
That's not an anime genre.
It's a way of life.
Speaking of ways of life, this week's Feed Dump stories are all about personal heroes. That's right, these are all people that have gone above and beyond to really make a mark and get on Feed Dump. Such as our first story, which is about a Sacramento man who broke into a restaurant so he could douse himself in powdered sugar.
That guy was probably really sad when he realized all that white powder wasn't cocaine.
Counterpoint, if you are breaking into a restaurant and your first reaction is, gonna cover myself in sugar, yeah, gonna take a beer, staple some takeout containers and cover myself in sugar, maybe you don't need more cocaine.
Or you've had too many of the bad mushrooms and now you think you're a donut.
If I just cover myself in sugar, no one will see that I'm ugly on the outside, but I'm beautiful on the inside. I'm so sweet.
This really begs the question of, is this a crazy person or just a disgruntled ex-employee? Because I worked in some crummy places in customer service, and I'm not saying I'd cover myself in sugar, but I've come close.
I wonder if this guy worked for the Candyland version of Immortan Joe.
Witness me so sugary and sweet! Witness! Yeah!
Wow, Serge, you look like you should be in a glam band.
Yeah, you look less like a war boy and more like the nicest Terminator.
Come with me if you'd like some help.
Well, we've been filming Feed Dump for 10 minutes and it's already flown completely off the rail, so that's exciting, but I hope neither of you gets any ideas about copying this next story, because this is another personal hero of mine. It's a Russian woman who suntans out her window every day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. She is completely naked and hangs her ass and legs out the windows.
Given the time frame, I think she just wants a light lunch.
I remember about a year ago doing a Feed Dump story about a man who would just open his door to the community and just like let his wang hang out. But that was inside of his own private property. Where does private property extend when you just stick your bum out the window?
Right, like if you got like a ludicrous pair of stilts and you were like standing like on your roof, but you were 28 feet above it, would you still be on private property if your schlong was hanging out? Like, where do the land rights end in Russia? How shitty can you get to your neighbors?
Doesn't Russia have a rich history of communism to draw on here, though? I mean, from each booty according to their ability, to each booty according to their needs.
The need being, in this case, to not have tan lines on your ass.
I was gonna make another butt joke, but I am so sparkly right now, it's really distracting.
Our last tale of personal heroism this week goes to a German man who wrote his own obituary to ensure that his 5 siblings and their families were not invited to his own funeral. The deceased described himself as open, honest, and unforgiving.
This is a man who clearly plans ahead.
To my brother Sven, I leave nothing. To my sister Margaret, I leave nothing. You know what you did.
The pathos of that line delivery somewhat undercut by the fact that a puff of silver paint came off your face the first time you said nothing.
Even money that this guy was an accountant.
Like all things, I'm sure there's a German word that describes the joy in death. Like Strubenlogen.
Or maybe there should just be a German word for being shitty from beyond the grave, like Scheisendedden.
According to Google Translate, the German for managing to be a jerk after you die is Verwaltung einen Ruck zu sein nach dem se sterben. And the Canadian for, wow, I just mispronounced German, is that.
This guy kind of sounds like a dick. Did anyone even go to his funeral?
I would, just to shake his hand, which coincidentally was scheduled from 10:05 to 10:07 during the wake.
Like his life, this feed dump must come to an end. But remember, there may be better sources of news, but they don't make Serge have to wash sugar off his face. And they don't have this hat, which was given to us, and is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure hat. Wait, it is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure hat, right, Ian?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch!
So, like, am I a weeb? I already was a weeb. Am I a double weeb now?
You're gonna need a stand. I'll tell you later. Good death planning isn't relegated to Germany. You should plan for your own death today with your own living will. Leave your family nothing! Excommunicate all of your relatives. Don't have any pets? Find a pet and leave everything to Pussy.
People have complained, and she's like, I degaff what you think. My butt is so tanned. Yeah, yeah. I mean, presumably she does that in Russian, but like, look, her butt's out the window.